I'd like you to meet my mate Derek. He spends his days working out complex capital gains issues and retirement strategies for his clients. His family think he's just beavering away at work doing what he does, but in his coffee break he dreams of this. Derek always wanted to be a rock star despite being tone deaf and with no musical talent whatever. He has a framed copy of the Back of the Faces album, A Nod is as Good as a Wink to a Blind Horse, on the wall of his office and looks wistfully at it throughout his day. What Derek does have, though, is an enthusiastic passion for rock music. He's an extensive record collection accumulated over decades, covering most musical genres and periods. His collection has everything from The Doors to Smashing Pumpkins, but he doesn't have any Kylie Minogue or Eminem. He's always had a fascination for not only the music itself, but the full story behind the music. Who played with who on what album? What were the circumstances behind the songs? How did the music come to be made in the first place? Derek's view is that there's much to be learnt from his favourite music. After all, a rock band is a business like any other. Logistics, distribution, promotion, marketing, management, passion, conviction are all required. I had a conversation with Derek the other day, and these are some of his favourite business lessons. The conversation starts here, because Derek believes you could write a whole book on the lessons to be learnt from AC/DC. Angus Young says we're still just 5 little guys with a noisy attitude, and indeed they've had a noisy attitude now for nearly 40 years. Their 1980 album Back in Black is the second highest selling rock album of all time, behind Pink Floyd's Dark Side of the Moon. Not bad for 5 boys from Ashfield in Sydney. The main lesson to be learnt from AC/DC, according to Derek, is to stay on message. With AC/DC you never get a ballad, you never get keyboards, you only ever have Brian Johnson on lead vocals. Well, since the death of Bon Scott anyway. Angus went so far as to say, I'm sick to death of people saying we've made 11 albums that sound exactly the same. In fact, we've made 12 albums that sound exactly the same. If you're going to be a success in business, this is precisely what you need to do. You need to find out what it is that your business is all about, and then do that over and over. Aristotle said, we are what we repeatedly do, and this is as true for an ancient Greek as it is for AC/DC. Oh, and stop press. I've just heard that AC/DC are working on what is now their 16th studio album. No doubt it will sound exactly the same as well.